Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trace to Trade, the Dimito podcast where we explore the latest innovations in digital food trade. So, I'm your host again, Athena, and today we're thrilled to welcome Rosa from Grupo YORY. Grupo YORY is a leading exporter of cucumbers, bell peppers, and tomatoes in the US. So, this third generation family business has a 60-year legacy built on innovation and quality, and they're the first exporter in Mexico to adopt blockchain technology. So, with the Muto's pre harvest advance program, Rosa and her team have not only secured funding to kickstart the season, but have also impressed the Muto's US buyer network, leading to expanded orders. Welcome, Rosa.
Thank you, Athena. It's a pleasure to be here and share our journey with you and the audience. And yes, as you mentioned, we were actually the first exporter in Mexico to implement blockchain in our cucumber packing facility, which really marked a turning point for how we approach traceability. Well, let me start by giving you a quick overview of who we are at Grupo YORY. We are a third generation family business that's been exporting tomatoes, cucumbers, and bell peppers to the US in 1960. We are known for quality with certified fields and one of the most modern packing facilities in the region. We've constantly evolved to meet the needs of international markets while staying true to our roots as a family driven company that values relationships and long term partnerships. For us, quality and innovation are core to who we are. Every year we renew key certifications like Primus and SMETA to ensure our operations meet the highest global standards. And well, nowadays, through our partnership with Imuto, we received early working capital through their pre-harvest advance program, which help us invest in quality inputs and plan more effectively. From the start, we were also given access to their traceability technology and the right mentorship to implement it. And well, that turned it out with the response from the Muto's US buyer was extremely positive. They appreciated the transparency and consistency we delivered.
Yeah. So, before we dive into your business journey, so I heard that you used to live in Singapore actually. So, this is actually where Demuto is based. So, I'd love to hear a little bit more about that experience. Like, has that international perspective influenced how you approach collaborations like this, like from between Mexico and Singapore?
Yeah. Yes, actually, for me, I lived in Singapore and it was such an amazing experience. And it really shaped how I see global partnerships, I think, because Singapore it's a place that values innovation and efficiency, things we also focus a lot here in Grupo YORY. So when I met Gary, for instance, the Muto's founder, it felt very natural. There was no cultural barrier between us. We connected right away. I think it's been a great example of how Latin American agriculture and Southeast Asia tech can come together in a meaningful way.
Wow, okay. That's
Yeah.
a very good connection, Rosa. So, for the people who are listening who might not be familiar, can you walk us through what the collaboration between Grupo Yori and Dimito actually means? Like, what were some of the key components that made this partnership meaningful for you and your team?
Yes, yes, sure. So I think to understand the Muto, we have to understand two things. The first one is the financial access, the pre-harvest advance program, and the quick pay at the moment of packing. And second, the tool, the traceability tool that the Muto has. So our partnership with Dimuto is about creating transparency and unlocking financial access. That means two key things for us. The pre-harvest advance, which gave us working capital at the start of the season, and quick pay at the moment of packing, which ensured immediate payment once the product was ready to ship. Also, we integrated Dimuto's digital traceability tools across to our supply chain, including blockchain verified photos in our packing facility. This gave us this gave buyers full visibility into how we were the product was handled, which built trust and helped us reach new clients through the Mutos network. And with consumers now caring more and more about where their food comes from, that level of transparency gave us a real advantage.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, Rosa, before you partnered with Dimito, what were some of the key challenges that Grupo Yori had regarding the supply chain transparency and accessing this pre-harvest financing?
Well, one of the key challenge we faced every season was securing financing. The industry typical financing model has really strict conditions. And second, the supply chain transparency. Once the products left our facilities, we often lose control of quality and transportation issues. And before working with the Moto, as I mentioned, one of our biggest challenges was securing financing early in the season. Traditional lenders often require a guarantee buyer for all of your production, which isn't always really realistic and limits flexibility. We
Mhm.
also lacked full supply chain visibility once the products left our facility, which made it hard to build trust with buyers and left us exposed when issues came up. Now, US buyers are increasingly aware of this gap and are pushing for more transparency. Some even request QR-based traceability tools, for instance. I mean, it's clear that that the industry is evolving, and we knew we have to adapt to stay competitive.
Okay. So following up to that, I know that the agri-food industry can be quite tech averse. So what has actually helped make the Mutos tech work in on the ground, practically for Grupo Yori?
Well, I do think that the agriculture industry has traditionally been slowed to
Mhm.
adopt new technology. I think partly due to the risk and cost associated with disruptive proven processes. Many growers rely on experience and intuition and may be skeptical of digital tools
Mm.
that promise results without immediate tangible proof. And with the Moto, you can close this gap, I mean, immediately with the blockchain technology and with the traceability tool that they implement in your packing facility that gives you total immediate access to this blockchain traceability.
Mm. So you mentioned earlier about the pre-harvest advance program. So can you share how did this program actually change the game for Grupo Yori, and how did it help you manage your production much more efficiently and effectively?
Yes, I mean, the Mutu's pre-harvest advance program really changed the way we approach our season. It gave us access to working capital at exactly the right time, before planting and production began, so we could invest in better inputs and ensure quality from day one. Unlike traditional financing, it didn't come with the pressure of having to secure committed buyer in advance.
Mm.
We knew we would be accessing the Mutu's network of trusted clients, which gave us more flexibility and confidence to focus on production. That early support allowed us to plan ahead, improve our internal processes, and strengthen our traceability system. On top of that, having access to quick pay at the time of packing gave us even more clarity in our incoming cash, which helped us manage cash flows much more effectively throughout the season.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I know we're talking about the US side now. So,
Yeah.
since the Mutos network includes a lot of US buyers, how did implementing this program improve transparency and build trust with them?
Yeah, so when we started working with the Moto, we were given access to their traceability technology and the right mentorship to implement it. We were actually really excited to integrate it into our packing facility from day one. With this, our US buyers have full visibility into our supply chain from field to pack house with blockchain verified photos and real-time digital recordings. As I mentioned earlier, today consumers really care about where their produce comes from, and being able to show that help us stand out. We started with just a couple of buyers in Arizona when we first started with the Mutus program, and now we're working with more clients in Texas. Thanks to the Mutus quick pay system, we didn't need to worry about trusting new clients because we have the Mutu back the payments at the time of packing.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, from what I hear, the response from Demito's US buyer network was very positive. So, can you tell us how this feedback has translated to expanded orders and what impact has this had on your business?
Yeah, so the response from the Mutus US buyers was incredibly positive, and we are very proud of this. We actually started the program working with just one buyer location, but once they saw the transparency and consistency we offered, orders started coming in from other regions too. Buyers felt confident in the quality and reliability of our supply chain changed, so they began placing larger and more frequent orders. That increase pushed us to expand our production capacity and has had a real impact on our revenue.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
great. So,
It showed us that investing in traceability and digital tools isn't just about transparency, it's a good business too.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So, looking at the future, how do you see your partnership with Dimito evolving? What role will this enhanced pre-harvest financing model like play in Grupo Yori's future strategy?
Well, I feel like for us, our digital transformation journey is just beginning. The success we've had with the Muto laid the foundation for deeper integration of technology across our supply chain, from production to delivery, boosting both efficiency and transparency. The trust we have built with US buyer has opened new opportunities, including the ability to export sales on fixed price contract basis, perhaps, or allowing for more predictable planning and long-term growth. Looking ahead, also we aim further grow our network with the Muto, potentially expanding into other vegetables, why not? Or exploring new markets like Asia.
Great. So, we're heading to the last part of our interview. So, for now, thank you, Rosa, for sharing your insightful journey and the transformation at Grupo Yori. So it's really inspiring to see the practical application of how you embrace digital solutions and how it has solved a lot of long-standing challenges and opened up a lot of new opportunities for growth with the Dimitos US buyers. So one last question. So where can our listeners learn more about your story and Grupo Yori?
Well, thank you, Athena, so much for having me. It's been a pleasure to share our story. If anyone wants to learn more about Grupo Yori and how we're embracing innovation in agriculture, they can visit our website or follow us on social media, Instagram, Grupo Yori. And we're excited for what's ahead and remain committed to pushing the industry forward.
Right. So thank you again, Rosa. And thank you, everyone, to our listeners for tuning in for episode 2 of Trades to Trade. So please stay tuned for our next episode as we continue to explore how technology is revolutionizing digital food trade. Until next time.